The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Why, happy after Turkey Day. How was your Thanksgiving? Hopefully it was wonderful. My wife made a beautiful turkey breast and some green bean casserole and stuffing in that, and tomorrow we'll start working on the leftovers. Speaking of great things, we go to game 2 of our 1971 World Series. Again, not as played. Not as played. But in what was a shootout for what we thought was going to be a tight defensive series and a tight low-scoring series, the Orioles won game 1 12-7 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we'll see what happens today. Steve Lass and Mike Cuellar were watching from the dugout early. Let's hope that's not the case today, as Dave McNally and Doc Ellis go at it on a rainy day here in Baltimore, the 10th of October, whatever year this is set to on the computer to be. I'm not sure it's 1971, but it is a 71 series. So Dave McNally, a 21-game winner. Doc Ellis, who claims in 1970 he pitched a no-hitter on LSD. It's really not how I'd want to be remembered for my career, but whatevers. So, lots of excitement in the first one. Settle in. It's the Orioles and the Pirates game 2. Baltimore leads this series 1-0. As Retro Sports Network presents the 1971 World Series. Today from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's the Baltimore Orioles and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Afternoon baseball, how you doing, John and Big Dave? Hopefully you are feeling better after not feeling great going in. And Steeler fan, how are you? So Dave McNally, who I think pitched the real game 1, gets the call in game 2, and obviously we got to go with Jim Palmer in game 3. McNally made 30 starts for Baltimore in 71. He's 29 years old. Fastball at 85 and a fly ball pitcher. By the way, the wind blowing right to left at 3 on this rainy day. In the Charm City, McNally, 21-5, a 2.89 ERA, 224 and a third innings, 188 hits, 24 homers. He walked 58 and struck out 91. That is pitch to contact for sure. Lineup for the Pirates here in game 2, pretty much the same as game 1, I think. Dave Cash leads off at second for Pittsburgh. Gene Klein's in center with the lefty on the hill. Will bat second. Willie Stargell in left will go third. Midlife crisis, a little hungover for both drink and food. Lots and lots and lots of food. And he's been doing this for 34 months. My goodness. Thank you, my friend. Bob Robertson moves up to fourth. He was a bigger power hitter than Clemente. He will play first. Roberto Clemente in right will bat fifth. Manny Sanguillen behind the plate goes sixth. Pagan gets the call again at third with the lefty McNally on the mound. He'll bat seventh. Hebner will play third once Baltimore starts to pitch right-handers. Alley at short will bat eighth, and Doc Ellis, who should throw about 130 pitches on the hill, batting ninth. Don Buford, a 4 and a 4 and left as we set the Oriole defense for you. Rettenmund is the starting center fielder for Paul Blair. He's a 3 and a 5. They would be pretty much interchangeable. Rettenmund with a right-handed Ellis gets the start. Frank Robinson, a 5 and a 4 and right. Brooks Robinson, a 10 at third. Belanger, a 10 at short. Davey Johnson, a 10 at second. Boog Powell, a 5 at first. Ellie Hendricks, a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. McNally is a 7 on the mound with a 980 fielding percentage. And again, rainy day here in Baltimore, 67 degrees. Dave Cash digs in 1 for 4 in game 1. A single, scored twice and walked. How you doing, Tribe fan? McNally starts game 2. A line drive to Belanger, 1 away. For Gene Klein's, who pinch hit in game 1, he went 0 for 1. 308 on the real year, 4 triples, a homer, and 24 RBI. That's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Rettenman will throw it back in, and the Pirates are in business here in the first. For Willie Stargell, you ignore the lefty versus lefty matchup. You are not sitting your best hitter. Willie 2 for 5 in game 1, a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a strikeout. In a day and age where 40 homers was rare, Stargell in 71 slammed 48 and drove in 125. Kleins has good speed on first, doesn't go. Stargell strikes out. A 2-2 fastball got him swinging. So 2 out for Bob Robertson, 1 for 4 in game 1, but that one hit was a solo homer. He also walked and struck out. Throw to first. Kleins is back. Now they'll work on Robertson. Kleins goes to throw down to Johnson, and they got him. A good throw. Hendricks to Davy Johnson, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit. They don't leave anybody on. Half an inning in the books in game 2. Pittsburgh, nothing. Here comes the Orioles. And so Doc Ellis, a better pitcher than remembered. 26 years old, fastball at 88, and a ground ball pitcher. 31 starts for Pittsburgh in 71, went 19-9, an earned run average of 306. 226 2/3 for Ellis, 207 hits, 15 homers, 63 walks, and 137 strikeouts. The National League hit 239 off him. The lineup the Orioles run out there is pretty good. Rettenman will lead off in center field. Don Buford in left will bat second. Frank Robinson will bat third and play right field. Boog Powell cleans up at first. Brooks Robinson at third will bat fifth. Davy Johnson at second goes sixth. Ellie Hendricks behind the plate batting seventh. Belanger at short will bat eighth. And McNally, who threw 11 pitches in his half of the first, will go ninth. Defensively for the Pirates, Stargell a 5 and a 4 in left. Gene Kleins a 7 and a 9 in center. Clemente a 10 and a 9 in right. Pagan a 4 at third. Gene Alley a 7 at short. Dave Cash 6 at second, and Bob Robertson a 6 at first. Sanguine a 4 and a 6 behind the plate. How you doing, Scotty? Doc Ellis is 7 on the mound with a .964 fielding percentage. Rettenman came in for the injured Paul Blair yesterday, and in doing some research, Mr. Gardner's here, Rettenman would get the start against righties and is a better offensive player than Blair, and could shift over to right late in the game for Frank Robinson. So that's that for that. He went 0 for 2 in game 1, 318, 11 homers, and 75 RBI in real life. Ellis starts game 2 with a liner into center field, and that's a base hit. So a good start for Rettenman, who did steal 15 bases. Here's Don Buford, 1 for 4 in game 1. He singled, scored, and walked. Walked him. So the first 2 Orioles reach, and Ellis is hurt. So that'll do it for Doc Ellis. With nobody out, Nellie Briles, who pitched yesterday, comes in emergency relief. He's 28, fastball at 87, and a ground ball pitcher. He went 2/3 of an inning. He can go 70 pitches today. 24 pitches yesterday. 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a homer and a walk. He was a Swiss Army knife pitcher for Pittsburgh in 71. He appeared in 37 games and started 14, 8 and 4, a save, an earned run average of 304, 136 innings, 131 hits, 12 homers, 35 walks, and 76 strikeouts. Frank Robinson had himself a day in game 1, 3 for 5, a single, 2 doubles, 2 RBI, and 2 runs scored. So Pittsburgh is going to ask its pen to get all 27 outs. Got him. Oh, 1-2 curve in there for strike 3. So 1 away for Boog Powell, who went 1 for 4 in game 1. A home run and 2 RBI. That came early. Rettenmund on second, Buford on first. 1 out, pitch to Powell, and Powell draws the walk. So they are loaded for Brooks Robinson. It's not who you want them loaded for. If you're a Pirate fan, Brooks went 0 for 4 in game 1. Walked, scored, and struck out. So Rettenmund on third, Buford on second, Powell on first. Nelly deals, and that's a grand slam into right field. An absolute no-doubter. Ain't the beer cold, Brooks? Have yourself a natty bow and a grand slam. It's 4-0 Baltimore. The 1964 MVP comes through here in the start of game 2. My goodness, was that slammed. So Briles, who was given all the time he needed to warm up, obviously wasn't ready. So here's Davy Johnson. Davy hit a grand slam yesterday. Went 3 for 5, a double. That granny and 4 RBI. He scored 3 times. Into right. Clemente. 2 out. So the Orioles have been given the dream start. They're into the Pirate pen, and they have a 4-run lead. And we're still in the first. Here's Ellie Hendricks. Elrod 3 for 5, a solo homer. In game 1, he scored twice. And there's a base hit laced into right center field. Kleins will pick it up. For Belanger, who went 3 for 5. Don't fall on the floor listening to that stat. He singled 3 times, struck out, and drove in a run. Briles deals, and there's a ground ball to Cash. Dave goes to first, and that will retire the side. Not before Brooks Robinson hits a grand slam. 4 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Go to the second here in game 2. It's Baltimore 4, Pittsburgh nothing. So the good news, if you're a Pirate fan, is it's only 4 runs. You scored 7 yesterday, and you got 24 outs to get it. Robertson 1 for 4 in game 1, but that hit was a solo homer. Dave, would you kindly ban yourself, please? Oh, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Gardner asks at 10 after 12. Is this game almost over? I've got stuff to do. No, it's not. Pitch to Robertson. Struck him out. That's 2 for McNally. Got him to chase a 2-2. So here's Clemente. 3 for 5 in game 1. A homer, 3 RBI, and 2 runs scored. McNally winds and fires. Slow ground ball left side of the mound. Over to first goes McNally, and Clemente is retired. 2 out for Sanguian. Manny went 3 for 5 yesterday. A double and an RBI to go with those 2 singles. And Manny draws the 2-out walk. McNally looks skyward, gets some rain in his eye. Here's Pagan, 1 for 3, single and a walk. Pagan best known for his time with the Pirates, and the Seattle contingent's already making nasty comments. In the left or right center, Rettenmund going back. Merv should track this one down. He does, and that will retire the side. So Dave McNally has done something that no starter's been able to do so far in this series. Pitch after an inning and a half, 4-0 Baltimore. McNally, 162 and 71, 12 for 74. 2 homers, though, and 7 RBI. The Pirates wanted a lot out of Nelly Briles, and it took him 29 pitches to get through the first. Struck him out. Got him on a 1-2 fastball look and 1 out. So Briles came in because Doc Ellis heard a pop in his shoulder. The first 2 batters for Baltimore reached, Rettenmund and Buford. And then the sky kind of fell on Ellis. Merv singled and scored in the first. He scored on the Brooks Robinson Grand Slam. That's a high ground ball to short. Alley, a good play. Gene throws to first. And Robertson is there. 2 out for Buford. Don 1 for 4 in the series. He walked and scored in the first. Slow ground ball to Robertson. Underhands it to Briles. And Nelly gets a clean inning. After 2, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Orioles 4, the Pirates nothing. So Alley, Briles, maybe, and Cash here in the third. Gene 1 for 4 in game 1 with a walk. High ground ball to Brooks. Over to first. Yeah, like that would be a bad play. He's out. Robinson had an error yesterday. He dropped a foul ball. And then the scorer apologized. Nelly Briles singled yesterday. He actually has a hit in the series. He hit 256 in real life. Will stay in the game. Fly ball, right field. Robinson will make the catch. Briles pinch hit for himself essentially yesterday. Dave Cash 0 for 1. McNally's opening 9, 2 2/3, 34 pitches. A hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Base hit right side. Robinson will pick it up. And Frank throws it back in. So 2 out for Kleins, who singled his first time up. McNally deals. Little ground ball up the middle. Belanger behind the bag. Throws to Powell, and that will retire the side. Orioles making plays when it matters. No runs, a hit. Runner left on. Bottom of the third here in game 2. Orioles 4, Pirates nothing. So it'll be Frank Robinson, Boog Powell, and Brooks Robinson to face Briles here in the third. Frank struck out his first time up. That was the first out of the ball game. In the left, Stargell. 1 out. Here's Powell. Boog walked. He has 2 walks on the series. Briles deals. High ground ball to Robertson. Bob to the bag. 2 out. So Briles, after that rocky first, has settled in. So here is Brooks Robinson. He has 4 RBI today on his grand slam to deep right in the first. Those seats out in right field are angled just like they are in left for football. When they're packed, it's a World Series game and all that. But for those of you who grew up in Baltimore, they must have been terrible seats. High ground ball, base hit. Clemente will pick it up, and Brooks Robinson is 2 for 2. Especially if you're out there by the bullpens. Those seats must have been horrible. I remember watching games from Memorial on TV, and those seats were not occupied very often. Davey Johnson's 0 for 1. Popped up. Left side. Alley calls for it. And the raindrops makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the fourth here in game 2. It's 4-0 Baltimore. So Stargell, Robertson, and Clemente to face McNally here in the fourth. Willie struck out his first time up. Anybody do any Black Friday shopping yet? Pitch to Stargell. That is laced. No, what a grab by Davey Johnson. Johnson broke on contact like he would be an NFL wide receiver and just made the catch over the middle of the field. Somewhere watching on television, Johnny Unitas just went, that's how you do it, son. 1 out for Bob Robertson, who struck out his first time up. Ground ball, base hit, right side. Frank Robinson picks it up. Third hit for the Pirates. The Orioles have 4. And here's Clemente, who is 0 for 1. 4-0 Baltimore. Top the 4th, 1 out. Into left center, Rettenman will run this one down, makes the catch, and Robertson goes back to first. When we're with you Monday, the series moves to Three Rivers in Pittsburgh for what was a very historical game. Well, 3 was played in the daytime. Game 4 was historical. Now, can you remember why? Sanguian walked his first time up. Robertson on first, 2 out. Struck him out. So McNally pumps his fist. Got him to chase, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom of the 4th here in Game 2. Baltimore 4, Pittsburgh nothing. So the Pirates, Game 1, Baltimore behind Davy Johnson. 3 hits in the grand slam beat Pittsburgh 12-7. In a game that was pitched so poorly that if you look over there in the All-Stars, the computer just said, no, I'm not picking anybody. Ellie Hendricks singled his first time up. 1 for 1. Now 4 for 6 in the series. John Goodell. Yeah, hopes everyone had a great Thanksgiving. You as well. Pitch to Ellie. Ground ball to Cash. Dave will grab it. Throws to Robertson for the out. 1 away for Belanger, who's 0 for 1. So Briles is about done. In fact, he's due up 3rd in the 5th. Going to go 3 1/3 of relief of the injured Doc Ellis. And Belanger draws the walk. Briles isn't done yet. Yep, he is. Jim Nelson, who pitched yesterday, will come in. So premonition there. Nellie Briles' day is done. Jim Nelson, 2-2 for the Pirates in 71. Went 2 scoreless innings yesterday. Can go 70 pitches today. He threw 27 yesterday and allowed a walk. He's 24. Fastball at 91 and a ground ball pitcher. McNally will bunt. Belanger on first. Pagan and Robertson play in. Robertson's got it. Cash covers. Makes the out. Belanger moves to second. 2 out. For Rettenman, who's 1 for 2. Merv has singled and scored. Be curious to see what they do with Nelson because he's due up 3rd in the top of the inning. Rettenman laces this one down the line and left. Belanger's going to score with ease. Pagan dove, and all he got was a face full of mud. So Rettenman has himself a double. It's 5-0 Baltimore with 2 out in the 4th. For Don Buford, who has scored on the home run by Brooks Robinson and is 0 for 1. Nelson's pitch, and Buford draws the walk. Well, they're going to make this decision easy for Danny Murtaugh. You've faced 2 batters, and they've both reached. I just noticed in Rettenman's picture, he's wearing an Oriole uniform. It's obviously off a Topps baseball card because the airbrushed C is there when he went to the Reds. Robinson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout here in Game 2. High fly ball left field. Stargell moving over. Willie's there. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. However, another run for the Birdies on a hit and no errors. They've left on 4. After 4, 5-0 Baltimore. So Pagan, Alley, and we'll see to face McNally here in the 5th. Jose is 0 for 1. Ground ball to 3rd. Brooks over to Powell for the out. Tribe fan says the football was crap yesterday. Yep. Who won the night game? I know Green Bay beat Detroit. Dallas handled Washington. But the company was good. I'm glad you enjoyed. Gene Alley, 0 for 1. My wife made a turkey breast, some homemade smashed taters, stuffing, and green bean casserole. Oh, my goodness, was that good. Ground ball right side, base hit. So Alley with a single. 31-13 Niners. So all three teams that were favored won. Actually, Detroit was probably favored yesterday, weren't they? It's the last time they were favored on Thanksgiving. Jim Nelson, if he bats, went 3 for 6. Alley on first, 1 out. Powell and Robinson play for the bunt. Nelson stays in the game. Laces this one to right. Drops in front of Frank Robinson. Alley will hold at second, and the Pirates have first and second. 1 out for Dave Cash. McNally opening 18. 68 pitches, 4 1/3, 5 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Cash, 1 for 2. Ground ball to first. Powell takes it to the bag himself for the out. And if you have... Oh, did they get Nelson in a rundown? I think they got Nelson a rundown. Cash is retired, but Nelson's not. So Powell stepped on first, and they tried to double up Nelson at second, but Nelson was most of the way down, so no rundown. 3U on the fielder's choice. Here's Gene Kleins. He's 1 for 2 in the single. So Alley on third, Nelson on second, 2 out, 5-0 Baltimore. If you got Amazon Prime, you can sleep through Miami and the Jets. Kleins, ground ball right side, base hit. Alley's going to score. Nelson's going to round third. Let's see if he runs on Robinson. Frank will throw home anyway. It's a close play, but Nelson slides under the tag. They try for Kleins at second. They can't get him. So Hendricks tried to get Kleins at second, couldn't get there, and the Pirates have a 2-run hit. So a big hit from Gene Kleins makes it 5-2. So here's Stargell. Willie's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. McNally kind of lost the script here in the 5th. Stargell, ground ball past Johnson. Stargell will hold with a single. Kleins has good speed. Robinson does not have a great arm. They'll concede the run. It goes in the infield, and it's now a 5-3 game. So here's Bob Robertson, 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. McNally's pitch. Ground ball, slow chopper to Brooks Robinson. Bang, banger to Powell, and Robertson is out. So how about that? Halfway home on a nice, sunny, chilly day here in Burlington on Black Friday. Santa's making his way up the street. Halfway home, 5-3 Baltimore. If you joined us late, it was not a great start if you're a Pittsburgh Pirate fan. Doc Ellis faced 2 batters, put them both on, and then popped something in his shoulder. They'll get him some Tylenol, and maybe he'll be back for Game 5. Then the Orioles went to work. Brooks Robinson, a grand slam off of Nellie Briles to make it 4-0. In the 4th, Merv Rettenman doubled home Mark Belanger to make it 5-0. Pirates just a moment ago chipped that lead down to 2. Gene Kleins, a 2-run single, put Pittsburgh on the board, 5-2. And then Stargell with an RBI single to score Kleins to make it 5-3. So McNally, a 7-hitter through 3 runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Briles, 3 1/3, 3 runs all earned in that grand slam to Brooks Robinson. So Jim Nelson is in the game. He's about to face Boog Powell, who's walked and is 0 for 1. Excuse me. John Goodell thinks that Robertson was supposed to bunt in one of those World Series games, and he ignored or missed a sign, then hit a homer. And somewhere in the dugout at Fenway Park, Billy Barton and Reggie Jackson got in an argument over it. Pitch to Powell. There's a high ground ball to Cash. Dave has it, throws to first for the out. Went away for Robinson. Brooks 2 for 2. Has singled and hit that grand slam in the first. Draws a walk for Davey Johnson, who's 0 for 2. He was yesterday's hero with the grand slam and Baltimore's 12-7 win. High ground ball to Robertson. Goes to Alley for 1. What a snare by Robertson. They're not going to get Johnson. In fact, they don't even throw. But Robertson got Brooks Robinson, don't say that 5 times fast, at second for the second out. So here's Hendricks. Ellie 1 for 2 with a single. Davey Johnson on first. Bottom of the 5th, 5-3 Baltimore. Ground ball to Alley. He'll take it to the bag himself at second, and that'll do. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th in game 2. It's a good one, 5-3 birdies. So here's Clemente. He is 0 for 2. 3 for 7 on the series. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. They've left on 4. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors. And the Orioles have left 5 on. By the way, it looks like to be about 20% off PC replay seasons. Don't know what the card sale is. Pitch to Clemente. There's a laced hit into left field. That's going to drop in front of Buford. And Roberto is doing exactly what we thought he would do. Just get on base. He's hitting 500. Through a game and a half. Here's St. Gian. Manny has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. High fly ball, left field. Back goes Buford. And that hung up a bit. Got under it just a touch, and Clemente will hold. Pagan is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. There's a hard ground ball to Brooks. Goes to Davey Johnson for 1. Pivots over to Powell, and they're going to go around the horn. 5-4-3. Nobody left on. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom of the 6th here in game 2. It is 5-3 Baltimore. So what are you guys looking at for sale stuff? I know S.T. Patrick's wrestling game is on sale. I saw that. Mark Belanger's 0 for 1. Run scored in a walk. Pitch from Nelson. Struck him out. First K for Jim. A 1-2 curve in there looking. And here's McNally, who's going to swing. Dave is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Also has a bunt in there. Tribe fan says nothing. I got 4 seasons of Strat you still haven't played yet. Pitch to McNally. Base hit left side. Stargell picks it up. McNally has a single, and that's the 6th hit for the Orioles. So here's Rettenmund. Merv 2 for 3. A single, a double, an RBI, a run scored. Nelson's pitch. Into right. Clemente has it for the out. And McNally was halfway to second. 2 out for Buford. Dawn has walked twice and is 0 for 1. Nelson's pitch. Ground ball right side. Base hit. Put that right in the hole. And McNally's going to hold. First of all, why in Sam Hill would you ever run on Roberto Clemente? And second of all, why would you tell me with only a 44% chance? Might have something to do with it, the fact that I get to make that decision. So McNally is on second, Buford on first. Here's Robinson. Frank is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. 2 out here in the 6th, 5-3 Baltimore. Sanguin and Nelson have a word. They change around the signs. Robinson hard grounder to Robertson. And Robertson takes it to the bag, and that will do it. No runs, 2 hits. The Orioles strand 2. We go to the 7th in game 2, 5-3 Baltimore. So Alley, probably a pitching change, pinch hitter. And Cash here in the 7th to face McNally. Gene 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. McNally deals. Popped up left side. Brooks in the rain. 1 out. See what they do with Nelson. He singled and scored in the 5th. Renee Stinnett, who pinch hit yesterday, 0 for 1. Overall, 353, 4 triples, and 15 RBI. So McNally facing his 27th batter with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Got him. That's 4 for Dave. An 0-2 fastball at 85. Did Gardner fall asleep? McNally, 27 batters, 101 pitches. 6 2/3, 8 hits. A walk and 4 strikeouts. Cash is 1 for 3. He's shopping. What you buying, Dave? Ground ball past Johnson for a base hit in the right center field. So that's the 9th hit for the Pirates. And here's Gene Kleins. He had that 2-run single in the 5th. He's 2 for 3. McNally not scheduled up in the 7th. Hendricks and McNally have a word. Dave winds and fires. Struck him out. That's 5. Bob Moose coming in. Stretch time, 5-3. Bob Moose coming in. He had a blister yesterday. It was taken care of. He faced 1 batter through 5 pitches and came out. He's 24. Fastball at 86 and a ground ball pitcher. 11-7 with a save on the real year. A 4.11 ERA. 140 innings. 169 hits. 12 home runs. He walked 35 and struck out 68. Powell has a run scored and a walk, and he's 0 for 2. Dave is picking up Hockey Blast Express in a couple PDF seasons. Big sale over at Play, and he's hoping that Hockey Blast Express will be good. High fly ball to right, but that will stay in play for Clemente. 1 out. For Brooks Robinson, 2 for 6 on the series. 2 for 2 in this one. A single, a walk, and that grand slam in the 1st. Moose delivers, and Robinson, they just can't get him out. It's the 2nd walk of the ball game. Here's Davey Johnson. He's 0 for 3. Going to have a tape surprise for you either Saturday or Sunday. Pitch to Davey. Fly ball, left center field. Back goes Kleins, makes the catch for the out. Robinson goes back to first. Kleins almost got tangled up there in the alley. Here's Ellie, 1 for 3. Elrod has a single, and he's now 4 for 8 in this series. Lines this one to right. Clemente makes the catch, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors to leave a runner on. We go to the 8th in game 2, 5-3 Baltimore. And you got to think for McNally, this is his last inning. He is due up 2nd in the 8th. You got a good pen, and you're trying to hold on to this to go to Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead. That's the goal right now. Stargell, Robertson, and Clemente want something to change about that. 3 for 9 combined today with an RBI. That's Willie's. He is singled and struck out, 1 for 3. Into right, Robinson in the corner, 1 out. So here's Bob Robertson. They're not going to ask him to bunt here. 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. He's a 2-bunter out of 10. If you missed it earlier, we're talking about ignoring or missing the bunt sign. But he had 26 home runs in 71. Struck him out. McNally got him on a 2-2 curve. Got him looking. 2 out for Clemente, who was 1 for 3. And he overall is 4 for 8. So McNally has pitched a good ball game. Anytime you go 8 innings, forget the 9 hits. That's kind of, who cares? You're on the right side of a 5-3 lead. In the left, Buford. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th here in game 2. We got a fast stream for you today. How about that? It's the Orioles 5, the Pirates 3. So Belanger, we'll see about McNally and Rentenman to face Bob Moose. Belanger 0 for 2, a walk, a run scored, and a strikeout. And Belanger laces that one into right center field for a base hit. And so we will pinch hit for McNally. It's a righty. Who can hit a righty? Paul Blair, who went 1 for 3 before getting hurt. I sense a double switch in my future. Blair singled and drove home a run. Belanger, he's not me on first, but he's also not a threat to steal. Blair, base hit right field. So first and second for the Orioles. For Cash has it. So here's Rentenman Merv, 2 for 4. A single, a double, an RBI, a run scored. Belanger on second, Blair on first. 2 out, nobody on, or 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Orioles 5, Pirates 3. Pitch to Rentenman. There's a slow chopper to Cash. Might get 2 out of this. Alley for 1. Gene throws to first. Robertson is there, and they do indeed turn the 4-6-3. So 2 out for Buford. Don 1 for 2. Has walked twice, singled and scored. Sanguin, maybe Pagan, and Alley in the 9th for Pittsburgh. Moose delivers. Base hit. No, that's gone. That's more than a base hit. Don Buford just smashed out one to dead center. That nearly hit the flagpole out there. There used to be a scoreboard. See where the camera well kind of is out there in right center? The scoreboard for Memorial used to be right there. And I honestly think Buford would have hit that on the fly. My goodness. So it's 7-3, Baltimore. With 2 out here in the 8th inning. So Bob Moose got moosed. Robinson is 0 for 4. Frank has struck out once. So the Orioles 3 outs away from going to Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead. In the left, Stargell. And the Orioles go, whoa, way back there, back to back. Frank Robinson sprints around the bases. He nearly hit that one out of Memorial Stadium. Wow, watch where this one goes. Holy Snickers. That thing was still on the rise. That landed about 4 rows from the back of Memorial Stadium. So here's Boog Powell. Bob Moose has been racked like he's Bullwinkle. Boog is 0 for 3 with a walk. And he draws another walk, and then I'll bring up Brooks Robinson. Yeah, grand slam in this one. He's walked twice and singled. 8-3 Baltimore. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Baltimore. They've left on 8. The Pirates, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. And they have left on 5. They're going to get Brooksy this time. Robertson will grab it. Underhands it to the Moose, and that will do. A huge inning on the back-to-back homers by Don Buford and Frank Robinson. We go to the 9th. It's Baltimore 5, Pittsburgh 3. It is righty, righty, righty. Dave Leonard. A double switch. What? Oh. So Blair. Oh, did I just do something stupid? I did. I did something completely stupid. I meant to put Blair in center and move Rentman to right. But we're going to say that Blair wasn't fully feeling well. And so Don Baylor, as a 3-1, is going to play right field, Rentman in center, and Robinson's day is done. It'll be Leonard. 12 games, 6 starts. 30 years old, fastball at 84 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Don't waste your fireman with a 5-run lead. 2-3 with a save and a 2.83 ERA. 54 innings for Dave, 51 hits, 5 homers, 19 walks, and 18 strikeouts. And I'm glad that you guys love the fact that after how many years have I done this? I mean, John's been sub here for almost 3 years, and I still can't figure out how to make proper substitutions in Action PC. Do you know how many baseball games I have played of Action PC? I think I did 125 this year. Maybe more. Sanguian is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. The Pirates, as we get back to it, 5 to tie and 6 to make Earl Weaver smoke a full pack of Chesterfields on the mound. Pitch to Sanguian. There's a ground ball to Belanger over to first. 1 out. Earl is smoking that pack of Chesterfields, whether you can see him or not. Pagan is 0 for 3. He is grounded into a double play. I wonder if they'll go with Hebner here. They will. Richie 0 for 1. Pinch hit yesterday and will be the Game 3 starter with Palmer on the mound. 271, 17 homers, and 67 RBI. 1 out, pitch to Hebner. There's a little looper that's going to drop in front of Baylor for a base hit. So Hebner is on, 1 out single. That's the 10th hit for the Pirates. Gene Alley 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Leonard. They're going to pinch hit Vic Davalillo. Vic, 285, a home run, 6 triples. Good speed. And 33 RBI. 1 out. Pitch to Vic. Lace to right. Baylor will make the catch, 2 out. So last chance saloon for the Pirates. It's a pinch hitter here. They're not letting Bob Moose hit. Milt May. That will Gardner up. May, good catcher. 278, 6 homers, 25 RBI. Orioles 1 out away from a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. Leonard from the wind. Ground ball to Belanger. He'll go to Johnson at second, and the Orioles win this one 8-3. The grand slam from Robinson, the big blast. And Brooksy's going to be your Digital Dice MVP. 3 hours of fake baseball. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And the Orioles leave on 9. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Pittsburgh. And they left on 6. So losing Doc Ellis hurt. Pirates had to get 24 outs out of their pen. And Booth just kind of struggled with it. Dave McNally gets the win. 8 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs all earned. A walk and 6 strikeouts. Leonard just comes in to do his business. He got three outs and a hit. So this series goes to Pittsburgh. One of us is going to have a birthday, and we'll see you Monday for Game 3 between the Orioles and the Pirates. It'll be Jim Palmer going for Baltimore, and we'll figure out what's going out for Pittsburgh. Hey, enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and we'll talk to you Monday for Game 3. So long, everybody.